Oh no, you froze.
What?
That's hilarious. That's the best way to start this.
Can you see me now?
Actually,
Which is
That
happening?
was awful. That was a
is
little
happening?
bad.
Are we going?
I don't know, but we're live. Rolling.
Like,
That was classy. That soundboard.
Good stuff.
Brian, this is how the show
Can I
starts
drink
all
this
the
beer
time.
on here? Is that a
Not
problem?
good.
Okay, cool.
Of course.
Oh, wait, how
Very hot.
old are
Drink
you?
away.
29.
Yeah, you can drink it.
How old are you?
can drink it. 32.
Oh, good God.
Dude, I know,
Good God,
man.
you're looking rough.
I know. Skeletons, man.
Samir's
Very
been
long
legal for a
time.
very long
32.
time.
It's been a little rough ever since 23.
That's when nobody likes you. Then it all goes downhill.
That's a good Blink-182 joke. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I know my audience.
Everyone meet Brian Rowe. We don't have Kim today, but we got Brian
Howdy.
Rowe as our
The
guest
Rowe
today.
Show.
Local stand-up Chicago comedian. Do you consider yourself a local
Yeah.
Chicago comedian or
No, I'm a Chicago comedian, yeah.
cool?
Local.
Sweet.
I guess, yeah, that's local.
So-
Mhm.
Yeah, I know you play. You do play
That is
like
what
you play
people
music.
say.
I know you do
I
your
do it a
stand-up
little bit.
in other
I
states.
say play.
Is that
Like you're playing a theater or something, yeah. No,
Nice.
I just stand up all over there.
nice? Let's see. You got some shows coming up. June 16th at
Oh.
OnlyFans Comedy, the Lincoln Lodge at 7 p.m. June 24th, out in the open showcase, Humboldt Park,
Not bad.
7 p.m. June 24th, comedy night, My Buddies.
Yeah,
Is
it's a
that how you
bar.
say it? My Buddies? That's it. Nice. 8 p.m. And then we got June 28th, the Tomato Throw Show at Comedy Bar at 8
Yeah,
p.m. That's all Chicago?
Come to the comedy bar and throw plush tomatoes at me.
All right, come
And
on.
Also, more importantly, I'm filming a stand-up special in September. So,
Nice.
the Lincoln Lodge.
Where
I'm
at?
filming with a production company, and they're going to ship it out to like Amazon and Hulu and Netflix and see who buys it.
Hell yeah.
September 17th.
Oh, so,
September
okay.
17th.
Going on
So it could be
sale
like an.
in the next month or so.
How long do you think? Oh, go ahead.
Where do you find those
it'll-
tickets
There'll
at?
be a link. Follow me on Instagram, Brian Rowe Comedy. I'll promote it.
Brian Rowe Comedy. That's
Nice.
BRIANROE
Put the
Comedy.
tag on.
Instagram. Nice. Whoa. We got
Go
some
ahead.
questions for you, Brian.
Ask away. I've known you guys since I was literally a child.
Samir,
So
why
it
don't-
should be interesting.
Yes, let's make that clear. I know Brian from before this comedy thing. We're
From
day
like,
ones.
Yeah, from like 6 years old, probably.
Dang, dude. That's a while.
That's right. Samir, ask you one of your questions first. I know one
one?
is a good
Is
one
that
to
cool?
start off with.
All right,
Which one
Brian.
you sent me?
Hard-hitting questions.
Yeah.
Go
You
ahead.
ready?
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Do you have to be funny at all times?
No, dude. I'm mostly only funny. I mean, depends who you ask. If you ask my family, I'm never funny. But if you ask, I generally, being funny all the time is exhausting. So I generally don't, because then you're not. I feel like I'm not as good if I'm doing it all the time as I would be if I just turn it on when I get on stage. But also, like, I can be funny in conversation. Like, I don't go out of my way to try to be the funniest person in the room. I just be funny when I am, and it feels better that way, I guess, is
You know who I think?
the best way to do
You
it.
know which comedian I think is trying to like be funny all the time? Kevin Hart. He seems like the
Yeah,
guy.
I mean, there's a lot of people like that. Like, a lot of like Robin Williams was someone who was like was always on. Chris Farley, like those guys were always on. I can see Kevin Hart, but also Kevin Hart's just out of his mind. He literally just is like never stops working. He works 24/7. I mean, he's like, I think he's doing crunches in his sleep.
Oh,
That's
boy.
like how insane that man is.
He's always doing something too.
Yeah, they do.
Him and Netflix have it made together.
It's crazy, like looking at like who got on board with Netflix early and how prosperous it's been. Like Bill Burr was one of the first ones. Segura was one of the first ones, and all those people have been like they've done so well because of it. I mean, you gotta find that thing that's hitting and get on board. Like this podcast, day one right here.
We like it.
See?
Since we're on like the topic of these other comedians, which ones were your role models?
Growing up,
Or just at all, like even now? You know,
in general,
Yeah.
Chappelle. Like I got like a top. Like everybody does in comedy does like a Mount Rushmore, and
Yeah.
mine would probably be like Chappelle, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, and Bill Burr.
nice.
Would be like my four like tops. Then also like I came up watching Louis C.K. In recent years, I really got into Tom Segura. So I mean, those dudes that really influenced me. I tried like I worry I sound like Segura on stage sometimes because like we have a similar like kind of style almost. Like in that we both kind of do a lot of stories. I feel like so I try to actively not sound like him when I'm on stage.
Not a bad thing though, right?
No, it's not bad. I mean, most comics when they start out model themselves after somebody and they're just trying. They're basically just doing a bad impression of that person for years, and then they figure out who they are, and they're like, "Oh, I should just do my own thing."
Not bad.
You told me a story. I think it was at your cousin's wedding. You followed up after somebody, or
Followed up.
something.
I opened for Tommy Davidson this past year. He was on In Living Color,
Oh,
and I've emailed with Tom Segura. Like Tom Segura and I have emailed back and forth, and he sent me like a really
it's not the PR company,
like,
right?
I think that's what it was.
It's the real
no.
nice.
Actual Tom Segura. Yeah.
Very nice.
He sent me like this really nice email a few years back. Because I asked him, I was like, "How do I get booked on more shows?" And he sent like this really because like I emailed him about his podcast actually because they were doing like a thing for the podcast where they're having fans like email in, and that's actually how they grew so well. It's like their podcast is huge now because like they really were fan centric. And he's like, "Yeah, email in your suggestions for this thing." And I emailed and he responded to that. So I followed up and I was like, "Hey man, I'm a comedian. Do you have any tips to get booked more?" And he sent this super long email, which was actually like really nice. And he sent it. The crazy thing is he sent it after doing like he sent it like 1 a.m. after doing a sold out theater in New Orleans. I was like, God, what a nice
I was
person.
about to say, doesn't that feel good?
He's answering fan
Yeah,
emails
seriously.
at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
What a good human being.
Seriously, that feels good.
That's what
Well,
we got to
first of all,
start
we
doing
need fan
to
mail.
get our podcast off the ground. Brian, what? I had never asked you this, and I'm curious. This was one of Samir's questions, though. Like, what got you into this? Because I just remember seeing on like Facebook one day, you're like, "Hey, I did a stand-up show, and
Oh
I
yeah,
saw
that
the
was back in
video."
college. That was awful. So I actually, it's a fun story. I wrote my first jokes like in the 8th grade. So I was a big fan of like Dane Cook. He was another influence growing up. Dane Cook.
Sufi.
Like, everyone loved Dane Cook. Yeah, in middle school. Yeah, the Toria. No, in middle school he was really big, and I was really big into Dane Cook. And I was walking around New York with my aunt and her friend because my aunt on my dad's side she took all her nieces and nephews to New York as like a post 8th grade trip because she's like, yeah, before you go to high school, you should see what New York's like. So we're walking around, and I thought of like these joke ideas, and I thought about Dane Cook, and I was like, well, Dane Cook is just a guy. Like, he's just a dude who just says things. I was like, anyone could probably do this. So I wrote those down, and then I never really followed up with it because high school started. I started playing sports. I didn't really focus on it. And then senior year of high school, I got cut from the basketball team, and I was sitting around with like no hobbies, nothing to do, and I was roasting this kid at lunch. And he goes, "Man, you're a real comedian. You should tell jokes for a living." And I remember those jokes like instantly. I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, I should start writing things down. I just started writing jokes down, like anything that came to my head. Then I got to Purdue. And I got an email like in October that there was a stand-up comedy club, and they had an open mic night. So I just was like, let's go do it. Fuck it.
Not bad.
Yeah.
That's gotta be so nerve-wracking getting up doing
It was crazy because like the
What do you
first
do-
time I remember sitting there and there was like a random draw thing, and I was sitting there and like they put all these names in this hat, and I was like, I bet I get drawn first. I was like, I just had this gut feeling, and I did. I was like, all right, you just got to go up there and just do. It's your first one. I'm out of my god. I'm so delusional. It's insane. But I was like, you just got to do this first one. You're gonna do this forever. You're gonna be a star. Like, it was such a delusional thing to think.
Hey, man.
But I
Mindset.
went up and I felt so comfortable. Like I did the jokes I wrote in 8th grade. They were awful. Looking back on it, I have them recorded. They're buried in a YouTube that no one can access, and they were so bad. But like I did it, and like I got some laughs, and then like I came back the second time, and I murdered. I just absolutely murdered with these jokes. And back then I didn't understand like when I do comedy, like I do open mics, I'll do the same thing over and over now until I can piece together the joke. It's like I've always seen comedy like this cool puzzle where you're the only person who has the pieces. At the end, you have this thing that people laugh at.
Mm-hmm.
So back then, I didn't really.
So what do you do when they don't laugh though?
Ride it out, brother. You gotta figure out what's working and what's not. It's sit in the bomb.
Do you keep going? Do you keep going with your routine?
Yeah, no.
Or
I mean,
are you
depends.
like?
I mean, if you're at a
Let me
show, you
try to
gotta
figure
react
something
like
out.
to the moment. So if I'm at a show,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, all right, if things aren't hitting, I gotta switch things up, figure out what's going wrong. If I'm just at an open mic, I don't care. I mean, most open mics are mostly comedians.
Yeah. See,
So
and that happens. That happens to everyone
I
too,
mean,
right? When they first
you're gonna
start out,
bomb.
like I just
Dude,
heard
people
that.
bomb. Like if you're doing arenas and theaters, you're not gonna bomb. It's just inherently that you won't. Because when you get that
Someone's
many
gonna
people in a room, someone's gonna laugh. Exactly.
I
Like,
can't
if
hold
you're
it
at a
together.
like famous people go.
Mhm.
Yeah, famous people go to comedy clubs and bomb still. I mean, Tiffany Haddish bombed at a comedy club, and people like roasting her. It's like, dude, you bomb forever. Like it never goes away. I always said bomb until you blow up, and then just keep going. Like, yeah, but
Yeah. You want to know what I found out too? Is the Killers,
Yeah.
the band who plays, for people who don't know, Mr. Brightside. Their first show was at a cafe, and there was 10 or so people, and there's footage of this. They had 3 songs. They said each one, the people thought they sucked. One of the songs is Mr. Brightside.
Buddha.
And the crowd, this is the only time you see a crowd not respond to Mr. Brightside like it is now.
Yeah, it's
It's
like one of those
crazy.
famous
But like,
songs.
yeah, you start off and you
No,
bomb.
yeah, I mean,
and
it's
then,
just a continuous process. I mean,
It-
the failure is where you learn to grow. So you have to fail before you can succeed. I mean, if you're afraid
Right.
of failure, you're never going to succeed at anything. I mean, you have to accept that
Mhm.
you're going to have things in life. The thing is, most of my jokes, I do a lot of self-deprecating humor, and most of them involve stories that are genuinely failures in my life. Like, I'm filming this special in September, and I'm working on like the 45 minutes I'm going to do, and a lot like the first like 10 minutes is about like fucking having a broken heart and like dealing with that and learning about that. I'm 29. I fucking just had my heart broken for the first time, and it's like you learn to grow and you fucking learn from that and you figure out what's good and what's bad. And I found the funny things in it, and now I'm using that to like illuminate it and like laugh at it. So like if you don't find like you have to find the purpose in failure. So like there was a reason you failed, and you figure
Mhm.
out why, and then you change for the better.
Right. And I think too, when you do talk about failing and you make it funny,
Oh yeah,
everyone can relate to that. They're like, oh, I fail all the time. I should
yeah.
laugh
No,
at
I mean if
myself
you can't
about
laugh
it
at
too.
yourself, you have no right to laugh at anybody
Here-
else. Is my opinion.
Yeah, no, exactly. I also want to know, we live in a cancel culture.
It's not real.
It's not like it used to be. You can. Where do you find the fine line?
I don't
in,
really
like,
believe in cancel culture.
This
So
is-
like, there's this whole thing.
So you just
there's
go
this
for
whole
it, right?
thing, like where people are. I get this question like from so many people. Who are like, oh, cancel culture, and I'm like, oh, what do you do when people like try to stop? Here's the thing: there's always been people who fuck with you, and there's people who don't. Is what I've always believed. There's people who fuck with you, and there's people who don't fuck with you. That's life. And like, just because the people who don't fuck with you are being loud doesn't mean there aren't people who still fuck with you. Like every famous comedian who's been canceled is still doing fine. They're still doing. They've actually done better because like their name gets out there more, and then
True.
they sell more tickets. So the idea that like, oh yeah, it's stressful at the time. I'm sure where like people are attacking you because you have an ego and you have a personality and you are a person, so you feel things. And it's shitty to have people tell you you're awful. But at the end of the day, I mean, those aren't the people you care about, are they? I mean, why would you care about people who tell like if it's
Mhm.
not your family or friends telling you you suck? If it's strangers, who the fuck? So many people online, like, I don't share this often, but like, I've grown my Instagram following a lot by commenting like funny comments on public Instagram pages, like, and having like the top comments. Like Barstool, I've had the top comment on like at least 20 to 50, 20 to 30 posts at least. I've had the top comment. Yeah.
Damn.
And I've grown like my Instagram following.
See, that's something I
my
never
Instagram
thought
following has
about.
grown because of that. But I have plenty of people who be like, you should don't quit your day job. You fucking suck. You're not funny. So many people say that, but like, what am I gonna do? Listen to them? Like, what am I gonna do? Listen to them? Like, who the fuck cares? I mean, you can't. The only way you can get canceled is if you go to jail or die, in my opinion. I mean, especially in entertainment. I mean, maybe you get fired from a job.
Maybe you'll get slapped.
Because I know. Yeah, maybe a slap.
Maybe
No,
you slapped.
I mean, I was at an open mic on Saturday. I thought this dude was gonna try to fight.
Really?
But yeah, like they were being loud in the back. And I told them to shut the fuck up. And
Do those things
occasionally,
get heated at
like
all?
this one
Ever?
kind of did. Like, yeah, this one guy did.
Do they?
I don't care, dude. Shut the
Isn't
fuck
that
up.
what happens
He's
though?
yelling at me.
Like, that's what you come for.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but that was the thing is like they came into a room
Yeah.
where comedy was happening. Like, granted, it's in a bar. It was at Reggie's, which is like a cool ass bar on the south side. It's got like 3 different stories, so they could have gone to any part of the bar to talk, and they just chose the part where comedy was happening. I was like, shut the fuck up or leave. I was like, do one or the other. I mean, he's like, then make me laugh. And I was like, okay, then shut the fuck up. And then they didn't, so I just fucking kept berating them. I was like, could I have handled it better? Sure, but also it was an open mic at 1 a.m, so you know what the fuck do you want from me? I mean, go fuck yourself at that point.
Yeah, things are meant
Yeah.
to get rowdy there.
No, but yeah, no, cancel culture is...
Yeah, and then people are drinking and stuff.
mean,
So
if you don't go to jail or get arrested, I do have a friend of a friend who was a magazine editor who got in trouble over some tweets and she got fired. But I'm sure she landed on her feet. I'm sure she got some, like she was a big time magazine editor. Like she was like an editor for like a major magazine, and she got in trouble for some tweets. And they were so funny because it was actually her quoting someone. It was her quoting another one of our friends, and she said this friend called a football team gay, and then like they're like, oh, you can't work here anymore. It's like that's so insane to do to someone, to like look at their college tweets and see them quoting another person and saying you can't work there. But I mean, that's kind of how like, I mean, there was a bunch of people calling for her head on Twitter, and like, I mean, that's what happens when like it depends on like how you choose to respond. So like you work for a company and they choose to interact with that and like engage in that. Do you even want to really work for that company? Like if they're really willing to judge you on something you said when you were 20 years old. I mean, granted, like if it was a slur or something, but like times change. Of course, you don't call things gay to call them stupid anymore. But like back then, like people did, and like was it right? No, it wasn't right. But I mean, that's the part of learning and growing as people. It's like what we're all doing. We're growing as people. That's like a part of like this whole cancel thing with comedians. Is it's like, yeah, the things you were doing 10 years ago you wouldn't say today because they're not funny anymore. Like I see old jokes, and I'm like, oh, it's just dumb. I'm like, get better. Like why would you do like I see people trying to do like jokes like that, where it's like that old school like, oh, I'm just gonna make fun of someone's race or sexuality or something. I'm like, that's not good. I mean, sure, it's good if like you're roasted, like if it's a roast, like a one-on-one roast, fine, that works. But if you're doing like a generalization of someone, I mean, that's just lazy and complacent.
yeah, I'm just gonna say it's not like advanced comedy.
No,
like,
I generally do
it doesn't take
self-deprecating stuff for a reason.
skill to do that.
Because I would rather have people laughing at me than laughing like at someone else's expense. I can carry that weight. I don't mind being laughed at. It's fine. I've been laughed at my whole fucking life.
That's how I am too. It's like I'll be with family or friends, and I'll purposely say something that makes me sound stupid, just for the sake of a laugh.
There's a reason. there's a reason.
That's
now.
what I like to tell
It
myself.
all comes out. 360.
That explains everything. Everything makes so much more sense now.
Moment of clarity.
I gotta say, us three, when we're with the same group of people, I think us three probably get that the most.
Yeah.
Hey,
The most laughed at.
happens. Yo,
Samir, I saw.
I'll ask it if you don't want.
He texted
No,
me
I'll ask
separately
it.
to
I'll
make
ask
sure
it.
it'll get
It was
asked.
your
No,
question.
you ask it.
Oh, come on. All right,
No,
here
it
now.
wasn't. Fuck out of here. Okay, no. My original question was, and then I'll let Samir go. My original question was, how long after a tragic event
Tying
is
in
it
with
okay
the
to make a
cancel
joke?
culture.
And
That's
Samir-
why I said, hey, bring that up.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. No. I think you can do it right.
Samir wanted to know about
Hold on,
9/11
hold on.
jokes.
But no, you can do them like right away if you know what you're doing, right? So like you have to know like how to work it. So you have to know like, of course people are gonna be like, oh, why the fuck would you say that? But like, you do 9/11 jokes now. I mean, and they work. I mean, you do Hitler. I mean, there's gonna be people who are like, you shouldn't say that ever. And there's gonna be people like, oh, you shouldn't talk about the Holocaust ever. But there are things that are funny about it. There's things that are inherently funny about it. Everything, tragedy, tragedy plus timing equals comedy is the old saying. But I mean, anything that's happy or sad, you can make fun of anything, and you can find the humor in it if you know what you're saying and you know like have an idea of what you're working at, and you're like, okay, it's just piecing it together. So like that's the problem with like people recording people at comedy shit. It's like you need to be able to take the time to put the pieces together.
Yeah.
And like if someone's recording you, then it ruins it because like you can't. I mean, everyone's catching a glimpse of like this thing that isn't a holistic, completed piece.
It makes sense why Dave Chappelle doesn't have anybody, or like actually a lot of people don't have film, or like people like or whatever.
Yeah, like Louis and them, they all have these things called wander bags.
What's that?
So it's a bag you have to put your phone in, and like if you try to open it, an alarm goes off.
Nice.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah,
I thought it was like
a lot of them
bag and tag, like everybody's phone.
No. Like so everybody has to put their phone in, so this way people can't record them.
Not bad.
And a lot of people find healing in humor, so you need people like that to bring humor to situations like that. Because there might be someone.
The funny thing is, like, I deal
with what's going on, and they go to humor.
He had cancer as a kid, and he like jokes about it. And like some lady was like, "You can't joke about that." He's like, "I'm the one who had cancer." He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's
right?
Like, it's hilarious.
It's like Pete Davidson. Davidson and his dad.
Oh, yeah.
Pete Davidson's dad died in 9/11. He makes dad jokes
Bill Burr,
all the time. 9/11 jokes.
Respond.
Bill Burr actually just had that the first Kyle Rittenhouse joke that I've heard.
Oh,
that's pretty
dude.
funny.
I have a friend.
That was
Michael
funny
Robinson,
too.
He's a good friend of mine. He has a joke about Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh boy,
It's pretty good. Yeah,
did you hear Bill Burr's, Brian?
It was good.
He did
that
was funny. I thought, like, he cares so much about this town. Yeah, he's like, you care so much about this town to drive up there with a gun. Where are you in the wintertime when there's snow on the ground with a shovel?
I love this city.
You care about this town. That was so funny. Well, let's Oh
wait, one more question.
Let's get into a few threads.
Yeah, just one more. Just one more.
Oh, you got another one?
Hey.
Okay, curious.
Favorite one-liner or dad joke?
Favorite one-liner. Trying to think of my own. I have some of my own that I do. Or dad joke. Shit, that's tough.
We can go back to it as well. Something to think on.
Well, the classic one my dad always says is, whenever someone goes, "Oh, I studied abroad," he goes, "Oh, what's her name?"
I haven't heard that one yet.
That's a classic dad one. You never heard that? Oh, what's her name?
No, I haven't.
The older I get,
one.
the funnier they get. That's funny.
Yeah, no, that's good. And then I'm trying to think
that's funny.
Which one-liners I do that are good. Let me see. I got them all somewhere.
My favorite one-liner?
What's your favorite one-liner?
Yeah, what's yours?
I don't think I have one.
Put people in. Well, I love Mitch Hedberg has a great.
Mine is.
I love Mitch Hedberg, which is he's a famous one-line comedian. He died of a heroin overdose in the early 2000s. But he's got a classic one-liner where he goes, "I used to do drugs. I mean, I still do, but I used to too."
I used to as well, and now I still am. Mine is
that's
your cousin's dad. He we have a few people named Frank in the family, and whenever we're together, we meet a new Frank. He'll be like, "Wow, a few more Franks. Need have a pack of hot dogs." I die every time. It's funnier to me. Jokes that are repeated,
I agree,
are funnier every time.
Oh, here's one of my one-liners is I have a friend who's really dumb, and he recently told me that he didn't think he could get a job because he didn't think he could pass a drug test. And I was like, "Why is that?" And he goes, "Because I couldn't name all the drugs." So fucking dumb.
And we're working the drug field, so we can. It's funny.
All right, one thread at a time.
I like those.
One thread at a time.
Too.
All right, Brian, you're coming. This is how it works. We read a thread from Reddit, Twitter, online, and we're doing random today. We did random last week. We were going to keep it like stand-up-ish, but we thought if we have a stand-up comedian here, it's more funny to get takes on
for sure
regular things.
Oh, I got one.
So you go first. I got to find mine.
This is under the question subreddit. It says, "I am 13 years old and I had 2 Bang energy drinks. Am I going to die?" This is not medical advice, by the way. First of all.
Hell no.
Two bag.
Yes, you're going to
drinks.
die.
First off, I didn't even know they actually sell those. I thought those were just. I thought it was just a pyramid scheme that involved Instagram models and some dude that was bald. Have you ever seen the dude who invented those?
No, I haven't.
He is grotesque looking.
Yes. You haven't seen him?
Looking.
Damn.
He's got all these young models and these young Instagram models promoting that shit. I literally don't. I guess I have seen him in stores, but I've only had like one. Like I've only sat down and drank one energy drink.
Dude, which one? Four Loko.
It was.
Wait, which one?
No. I mean, I did drink those with you one time, Frankie. We drank those one time.
Hey, that's two then.
Yeah, we drank those one time.
Let's go.
I wouldn't count that as an energy drink. I count that as toxic waste. Those
Yeah,
were the
it was
originals
toxic
too.
waste.
We were lit.
Yeah.
Awful.
To say the least.
The good old 20s.
After one.
No, what is Rocks? Not Rocks. I think Rockstar.
Rockstar one. Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, I think it was Rockstar. I think it was that one. It was like a blue raspberry thing, but I drank it in college because I was like trying to stay up and study. And I drank coffee for the first time, which was awful because it was awful, and I like didn't have sugar, so I poured hot chocolate mix in. And I drank this Rockstar energy drink and tried to stay up. And then the next day, I like took this like early morning exam, and then I had another test later in the day. And I failed that early morning exam because the energy drinks did not help me study.
Didn't feel like a rock star.
I immediately got home and took I took my college roommate's Adderall. I literally took coffee, energy drink, and Adderall all in a 24-hour span for the first time. I don't know how the fuck I slept.
I was about to say, seriously.
Dude, where do you get your energy from if you don't drink coffee or energy drinks?
I'm absolutely insane.
Dude,
no, like,
I can't do that.
Tea or like I've been drinking these Cokes with coffee because they actually taste pretty good.
Coke with coffee?
But like, yeah, it's pretty good.
What do you call it?
No, it's like that's the actual thing. Coca-Cola made a coffee drink.
I was about to say, you heard it here first.
Coke makes that.
No, it's Coca-Cola mixed with coffee and like vanilla flavoring. It's really good.
Didn't know that.
But I'll do those occasionally, but for the most part, I'm out of my mind. So I sleep like 4 to 6 hours a night, and then I just run off pure anger and rage and anxiety.
Nice.
I take.
Dude, and you work in the city. If I were, I can't be tired working in the city.
Right now, I'm working.
I'd be a nervous wreck.
For my day job.
Hey,
we're doing some construction projects at our hair. Yeah, we're construction management during the day.
Were you there yesterday?
What about with that storm yesterday?
Were you there? What about yesterday though? During that 84-mile-per-hour windstorm.
To go away, so you go to Chipotle.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was bad by you guys.
I'm currently, I'm in my
a lot worse than the suburbs.
Apartment. It's just an absolute mess in here.
The glow up.
Hey, congrats.
Yeah. I'm waiting on this couch to come. I accidentally sent the couch to the wrong apartment. I sent it to my old address.
Oh, shoot.
Figure out how to get.
Dude, how are you going to get that?
Oh, fuck.
Well, I mean, if I gotta go, I think it's probably coming in boxes because, like it said, assembly required.
Damn.
So if I gotta go pick it up from my old address and throw it in the backseat of my car on Thursday, I will. But hopefully, I emailed them and I was like, "Hey, I put the wrong address in Amazon. Can you switch it up?
Do something, please.
Do something, Amazon." Jeff Bezos.
Dude, I can't do the city life. Jeffrey Bezos.
That's crazy to me that you never moved out here.
Oh yeah.
I know. I wanted to. That like now I definitely wouldn't be able to. I did want to back in the day. Yeah, it's like
Damn.
I know. I liked visiting though, because then I can come back to the quiet suburbs. I did live in the city
for a little bit.
Overhyped.
Yeah, Samir did.
No, I love it.
Well, actually, this is during college when I.
Some people love it,
so that's why.
Well, no, being here, I love being here, but like it is nice to get out. I'll be out in the suburbs on Friday. I got a buddy's birthday party up there.
Nice. I'll text you later. Something's going on Saturday, possibly. I'll let you know.
For the guy for the kid that drank the 2 bangs, hopefully he won't die. No, hopefully he doesn't.
He won't die.
He died.
He posted this 22 days ago. We're good.
Has he commented on it since?
I see a bunch of comments that say eventually, and then it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Will I die?
It just keeps going
Will
down.
I die eventually?
Facts.
I mean,
Hey, keep drinking them to see how many
the
it
thing
takes.
is, like, too, he probably was having heart palpitations. He probably was ready to jump out of a fucking window. But I mean, you're not gonna die.
Frankie, did you say keep taking them until to see?
Yeah, just keep.
I said keep drinking them. Let me know how many it takes.
For science, baby. Let's see.
No, we didn't say that.
Yeah.
Nah,
Comment back. Tell them.
that's bad.
Do it for the love of silence. Do it for the love of science, brother.
I know, dude.
We could get someone.
Someone's got to know.
We'll get someone there
the
with
guy
an
who.
AED.
The kid is
Yeah,
13.
we'll have an AED set up. We'll bring him back. And then we could do 2 science experiments at once.
Oh boy,
We could see how many energy drinks it takes to kill you. We also find out what's on the other side of that.
I have to go, guys.
And we bring him back.
Yeah, there we go. It's like the guy who masturbated so many times he died. It was for the guys.
Very alarming.
Yeah, it's real. It's for the boys. We got to know how many times. I think it was 18 or something.
Well, that had to be like
in a
first
day.
off,
Yeah.
you'd be blowing dust out. Second off,
That hurts to hear.
that had to be like a dehydration thing at that point. There's no way.
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, it was just he was sitting drinking Mountain Dews, laying down. He's like, I'm just gonna keep going.
It's probably like one of those marathon nights.
He probably had heart problems too.
He was like one of those big incel gamer looking dudes. Couldn't even see his dick. Which is
He was probably trying to be a professional.
It was in a rocking gaming chair, I bet too, with a box of pizza.
With a Rockstar Energy or 2 bangs.
I'm so alone.
You better watch out. You and you gamers go down the wrong path,
that's
man.
how they go down the wrong. That's how they go down the wrong path.
Mm-hmm. Be careful. Here's a good one. I found this one online. If you had to be stuck living in a TV show for a month, what show would you pick and why? And what character would you be?
Ooh.
Mine is easy. Mine is The Office.
Funny.
I would be Michael Scott. I fucking love that show. I never get tired of it. I liked it before it was cool to like it. Before it came to Netflix.
OG of everything.
From Netflix.
I like it.
I love it.
TV show. That's a tough.
You're like one of those people that comment on every single post first. First.
Yes.
What's a good TV show?
I'm thinking.
Samir, what about you?
I've been watching The Boys.
Oh,
I feel like
you want to be Homelander, huh?
I truly no. Oh God, no! That nightmare of a human being. No, dude, I'd be Huey because Aaron Moriarty, Starlight, could get proposed to tomorrow.
That's right.
She could get proposed to tomorrow.
Okay. Shots fired. Shoot your shot. There it is. Tag her. Somebody tag her.
Yeah, somebody tag Aaron Moriarty. Let her know. Let her know this comedian on this podcast with 2 of his
Get her to hear this.
She was hot. I'm sure she hasn't heard it before. I'm sure she's never heard that she's a friend.
She probably hasn't. So you never know. You never know.
Except every day.
Not by you.
In her Instagram comments.
No, never.
Dude, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude, it is
imagine her
hilarious.
Instagram comments.
Like, dudes like that who comment on women's Instagrams who are like, "You're so hot, love me."
Let me see the
That's never
toes.
gonna work. That's
Dude,
never gonna work.
I was
Take your
watching,
socks off. Something like that, right?
Dudes don't
No.
comment publicly. They DM women, and then women will look at their Instagram and go, "This isn't the guy," and they'll move on, or they'll go, "I'm gonna DM him." If you're in someone's public comments going, "You're hot," you aren't it, chief.
It's like the girls who go live on TikTok. I see them like the guys like, "Hey baby, do you want money? Do you want money?" And they're like, "Oh,
it's insane that
yes."
dudes don't recognize this. Like,
What are you
that's
doing
the
in
power,
this, Frankie?
I know she's
the power
gonna,
of boners is incredible.
huh? I know, and they do it. It's like, and they think they're getting somewhere. I think sometimes it's like, dude, she's being nice to you, so you keep cash-apping her.
It's like hit a bartender hitting on you. You think that bartender wants you, or you think she needs a better tip?
Hell,
This is
no.
why we need Kim. Kim is a bartender.
Yeah, same with
We need to know.
strippers.
We need these answers.
If you're a bartender, you have to
it's
flirt.
a job requirement, or it's just called being nice.
That's how you're gonna get tips. That too. Some guys take that being nice as just flirting.
You get to an age where you can tell, but most people are fucking idiots. I found out. So,
Creepy
Dude,
old
it is
dudes
crazy.
outside
Like
of
how
computers,
old
man.
dudes are creepy. A lot of old dudes are creepy, and it's insane they don't recognize it or they just don't care.
I think they're over it. They don't care anymore.
Like, I'm just gonna be weird.
Mm-hmm. They're like, if I throw myself out to this many guys, one's gotta hit.
I mean, if you got money, you can do that no problem. Anyway. Like, if you got cash,
yeah,
money talks, brother.
Hey, let's do a social experiment. Let's, instead of girls getting sent gifts, we're 3 guys, so hopefully someone sends us gifts.
Yeah, hey, send us gifts.
Let's do it.
We don't even have
a. Out there,
hey,
we don't even have a cash app.
I've seen the diagram of who watches this. It's all over the world.
Hey, man.
Send us whatever your currency is. Send us
anything.
Send us that currency. Don't send us U.S. dollars. Send me your currency. I want that. I want to see it. What's worth more and what's worth less. If it's 10 cents in American, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. I want crypto.
Those euros.
Yeah, send me all the crypto.
You want crypto? Samir only wants, online money.
Hey,
fake money. Samir, Brian, did you pick a show?
A show? Yeah.
Did you pick a show?
I'd be huge.
Yeah, you said The Boys.
Oh, duh. Yeah, you said that.
Samir,
I meant. Did you pick a show?
Lately, I saw that. Recently, I saw that Moon Knight show. I'll be that guy because he has.
Fantastic.
He has a bunch of different personalities, so it's like seamless fit. I got all these mood swings.
Multiple personalities?
No, I just got all these mood swings lately because of work.
Lately.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Frank,
rage. Yeah, you get enraged at work?
Samir's been
I can't do anything.
Yeah, he's on demon time.
Oh, I get mad all the time. I'm constantly constantly swearing at my computer.
Yeah, on the inside
too.
Sometimes it's like these fucking motherfucker. God damn.
Hey, how's it going?
No. And then you see someone like, oh hi.
Oh, here. I hate that shit. Brian, are you the type of guy who, when you're at work and you email a superior or something, you feel the need to put an exclamation mark
or
to not sound like you're being rude or something?
I get that in text messages when people use. I use exclamation points when I'm yelling. Like if I'm yelling at someone, you're gonna fucking know.
I find myself doing that sometimes, and I reread.
Drink some water. Water break! Exclamation mark!
Bro,
exclamation
it's
point!
Hilarious looking at people's text messages and seeing where people use exclamation points in them, and it's like women when they use them constantly.
Or
LOLs.
LOLs.
Are you yelling all the time? I'm like, what are you doing? You just don't.
I'm not going to answer that question.
When they don't put it, you think you're mad.
I don't put anything at the end of most of my messages because it's why am I using them? Especially if it's a text. Why am I using punctuations? Who cares?
Yo, I'm a big.
What are you, my English? My English teacher.
I throw LOL.
I'm a big 3-dot person. After pauses,
I know.
I'll do ...
Yes, you are.
And then on to the next thing.
It is funny at work you're supposed to be respectful now and you have to use proper grammar. Who cares? Can we all just stop pretending? Who the fuck cares? If I didn't if I sent this on my phone and just sent it as a quick message, why do I need punctuations? Who the fuck cares?
Hey, check the email at the bottom, sent by T-Mobile or whatever. That's a pro hack.
Sent by iPhone. Wait, you said sent by T-Mobile.
No, I actually saw somebody
by iPhone.
T-Mobile. Oh shoot! Yeah, you're right. It's usually sent by iPhone, but actually, I was just reading an email that said sent by T-Mobile.
They sent it to T-Mobile, and then T-Mobile forwarded it to you. They're we got you, man.
They let you know. How did T-Mobile end up being the middleman?
Literally playing telephone
at work for you.
Hey.
Oh my god,
show,
dude! I throw in LOLs way too much in my text
messages. I never did for the longest time, and then I started realizing they're pretty useful in flirting and also being condescending, so I use them now.
All caps LOL. That's the condescending.
Well, what my friends do is if my friends say something that's not funny, I always go cool, and we leave it there, and everyone knows oh god.
Yo, what about per my last email? LOL.
Oh, that's the best. Oh my god, that's the best. When you have to do when you have to send a shitty work email, you have to be as I previously stated. Or you just, or the best.
Go fuck yourself. Whoever sends that.
The email you sent and then forwarding it again.
Ooh, I do that.
Please see below per this email.
I do that.
It's like, eat my dick.
Let's go.
You know, that's a major middle. That's a double middle finger of the work environment.
Yo, in Microsoft Teams, they have this feature where you like reply. So I'll reply to my own thing when they don't answer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's the thing.
Smart.
For my last I am. I was going to say, Samir has done that before. He'll point out and be like, hey.
I'm going to start saying, for my previous DM.
Previous slide in.
WYD.
What's happening, girl? What's up, girl?
It's hey. Hey, did you get this?
That's gonna
per my last hey, did you get this?
That's a good one. Hey, copyright right here.
Hey.
Right now.
Do you have your jokes ready for the special, or are you still making some up?
So I did 40 minutes a couple of weeks ago, and it's pretty solid. But I'm still tweaking like the order and stuff, and like trying to figure out exactly where I want to place things. There's a few jokes that like they hit sometimes and they don't, so I'm trying to think if I'm going to use them or not. And I'm debating.
Who do you practice to?
Shows, wherever I can get it. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So I have like an hour worth of material easily, but like I'm only gonna do 45 because no one wants to watch an hour of anything anymore.
I know, dude. That's what we struggle with that on the podcast. It's like sometimes we can keep talking, but then you check the view time and stuff and analytics, and you're like,
fucking
damn,
10 minutes, dude. Trust me, I know. I was doing
20
a podcast
minutes, just
back
like
in, the
pandemic,
sucks. The beginning of the pandemic. I was doing one.
Oh snap!
And yeah, it's pretty much buried at this point.
Revive it.
But yeah, I was doing like it had video and audio. We'll see. Maybe I got another idea I want to do with this other comedian, Hunter Hirsch. He's hilarious. He's a hilarious comic in Chicago, and he's also a jazz musician. I have like a musical podcast thing I want to do with him.
Oh, like Bo Burnham.
He's like he trained.
Oh, that'd be.
He trained for like he's like a legit musician. Like he trained for 6 years in college, like jazz. And I'm like, you're doing comedy now? What? Play guitar. Be happy.
Not bad.
He's hands down one of the best guitarists.
Dude, Wait, is he? There was a comedian on your page one time who's really funny, and he did like it was him and some other dude, and they went to a concert, and they were like, "We're probably gonna get the Delta variant." And
I thought that was Brian's.
And it cut away, and he ended up getting the Delta variant. Do you know who I'm talking about, Brian?
That might have been Tucker Brookshire.
At first, look him up.
Was he a redhead?
Because that was funny.
Yeah, it was Tucker.
Yeah.
Tucker's a good dude.
Yeah, I was going to say he had red hair.
I thought you were talking about Brian's joke, COVID joke. That's pretty funny.
Oh, yeah, that one's got
it's on his Instagram. Take a look at it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the COVID one was funny. That's so weird that we had to go through all that. How did you get through COVID, Brian?
Porn.
Did you get close to 18?
I mean, I don't know. Did you say close to 18?
Yeah, did you get close to 18?
He's got COVID.
Good God.
No, the one guy that died.
Brian was trying to beat it. He was trying to defy death.
No, I didn't get close to 18. That's funny. No, I don't know, dude. It was a lot of sitting around when I had it. It was awful.
Yeah, it sucked.
Dude, the worst was I lost my sense of taste after everything else went away.
Dude, that happened to me too.
So I had all the symptoms go away, and then I lost my sense of taste while I was eating dinner. Like I was in the middle of eating dinner, I could taste, and then all of a sudden I couldn't. And I almost fucking threw the plate across the room.
You're like, fuck, I
lost it.
I know people like that too. We had friends at a restaurant.
Oh boy.
Remember Ricky got it?
Ricky!
And they got him pressed there at a restaurant.
No, different Ricky.
Oh, different Ricky?
Girl Ricky. But they were eating and they didn't taste anything. She's like, well, let's get a shot. And then they both took it and they're like, well
at least they can
we got
take
COVID.
more shots. They won't have to taste
I need the bill. Also, hand it over from a distance. Throw it frisbee.
Oh yeah, that too. 6 feet.
Did Samir pick a show?
I'm glad we're out of those bad times.
Multiple personalities.
Moon Knight. Yeah, out of his mind. Yeah, that's right.
Unfortunately.
Samir, give one of your threads.
Here's another one.
Another good one.
This is on the questions subreddit again. This is a serious inquiry, by the way. So
you spent a lot of time on the questions subreddit, huh?
I know, it's pretty nice. This one was actually kind of funny, but I mean, well, serious. Am I legally allowed to make a leather wallet out of my own skin?
Oh God, damn!
It's hilarious, right?
I mean,
I don't know.
Leather on a human skin?
That's a good question, though.
Leatherface. Leatherface. Yeah.
Oh, Leatherface.
Yeah, you can. Leather's just. I mean, I'm sure you could. It's cowhide. I mean, cowhide's probably not too distant from human skin. I mean, it's.
Depends how good of quality my skin leather would be, but yeah.
Can you legally? I don't fucking.
Wait a minute.
I don't even know, dude.
Hey, someone in the comments. Hold on, this is a little sus. From sleepless _86. Yes, but human skin don't make a good leather. Too porous. Oh my God. Does he know?
It's crazy that he knows that.
That's a little weird.
I hope he's like a scientist who's supposed to know that stuff.
Interesting. Hey, sleepless _86.
Not just some rando.
Yikes.
Too poor. That's.
Yeah, if he
breathes too much.
If he subscribes to us, I'm blocking him. Ugh. Skin. I do love leather though, so I can't say I wouldn't do it.
We should do that for a live. You want to do it? No, I'm good.
Yeah, let's do it with your skin.
That'll be the first Twitch show.
My skin's too light. No one likes light leathers.
Yeah, but it's a different type of leather.
They're darker than me.
Unique.
Yeah, the patina on my leather skin.
Say that word again.
Good. Patina. Brian, you know what patina means, right?
Dude, I never even heard this word, patina.
I've heard the word.
Patina is when so like if you have like a leather wallet or a phone case or something, patina is how it darkens over time. You know how it looks like. Some people like patina.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. This once this hits airways. Do people in Europe who just started watching this in London and France?
Yeah, you know that black leather couch? I wonder if that was patinaed a lot. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the slightly used one.
The slightly used leather couch. Yeah, that was patina as well.
Slightly used is a loose term. It's very loose. Much like Boom said on that.
Slightly
couch.
patinaed.
Talking about COVID, man.
If you guys had the chance to lay on that couch,
how much money are we talking about?
Free. I would do it for free.
You want to be a part of history, huh?
I want to be a part of it.
Nah, I'm good. I'll pass on that.
No, I'm straight. I don't feel comfortable knowing what my friends have done on some of their couches.
True.
Yeah, right.
We've covered some of that
what
stuff.
I've seen on the internet. I mean, I get leather wipes off easy, but still.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Hey, I got a good one for both of you guys.
Cracks.
A good thread. This is from the subreddit No Stupid Questions. It's not just regular questions, it's no stupid questions. This is the gaslighting question that I had. We'll ask Brian first. Who is the creepy relative in your family?
Oh, shit.
Everyone's watching.
No, they aren't.
Probably not.
Like, Frank's gonna watch this, and my parents are gonna watch this. Maybe Frank's parents will watch this. Probably.
Hey,
not.
that's enough. That's enough. A couple more Franks, and then we'll have a pack of hot dogs listening. Yeah.
Yes. Good joke.
360.
Creepy relative. I mean, he'll never watch it, so I can say this. Uncle Wayne is so scary.
That sounds scary.
Uncle Wayne
from Texas?
Yeah. Out of his mind.
Yeah.
I love Uncle Wayne.
He's cool. I like him.
If you want to go creepy, yeah. Yeah. Either that or Gramps was.
All right. Shots fired.
Your Gramps is hilarious.
Like, yeah, but he also would be like, yo, look at this chick. And I'd be like, okay, Gramps, calm down. Look at this chick on his phone. Okay, all right, Gramps, calm down.
we had one of our friends' parents come over one time. Your Frank he was there with me. He was so drunk, and he comes in from outside, and me and Frank are at the computer on IM. We're like in middle school, and he's like, "Hey, move over. I gotta show you something." And he types in Pornhub.com, and he's like, "All this shit is fucking free, nonstop free." Like, yeah, we've heard of it, man. We've been on this shit.
He found the internet. Who showed him the internet?
Wow.
Dude, like when he was on Facebook,
I know.
well, he was
It's like amazing to them.
Talked to him in a while, but like when he was on Facebook, he was like sharing videos that were like porn videos. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like, who gave him Facebook?
He probably got
He
hacked.
was on accident, but he had no idea that he got hacked. So let's go with
Hacked.
Oh dear God. I'm trying to think of who's creepy in my family. I don't know. When we just say creepy things all the time, like me and my cousins. So I got to say, my cousins.
Shout out to your cousins.
I never had like a creepy old grandpa or anything. My grandpa and like grandmas were like really, what's the word I'm looking, like straight edge, I guess,
or like
in that sense,
like a different, not politically.
Yeah, I guess so.
Not
like
what I'm talking
not
about.
like
yeah,
no, yeah. Like they didn't like to swear to. Well, okay, my grandma's did.
I mean, none of my grandparents.
So I guess not my grandpa.
My grandpa's
like,
four.
They all drank.
Yeah,
they all smoked. I mean, my grandfather on my dad's side,
same. So
turning 90 this year, and he still drinks beer.
Hey man, he's doing something right.
Little booze now and then. Little booze now and then keeps you young. Keeps you
that's
preserved.
right. That is right.
Found a youth. I
Samir, are
think
you the
so
creepy
because,
one in your family?
Most of my family is Muslim, and then the other half is like Christian and Catholic. So, yeah, I think I am.
Damn.
By default.
Yeah.
By default.
By default, they really just chipped it to you. Really just chipped it to you, huh?
Unfortunately.
Let's see. We're at 52 minutes. I say we start wrapping it up for the viewers who have a short attention span. All right, Brian, thanks for coming on. I want to recap. You have a special coming up in September.
Well,
where's that at again? And where can you find tickets?
Follow me on Instagram, Brian Rowe Comedy. I'll post the link to my bio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll put a link in there too. June 16th, June 24th, June 24th again, June 28th. I'm going to post those shows in the link below. Check them out on Instagram. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. It was an honor.
Yes, sir.
I'll text you.
See you guys next time.
Thank you.
For sure.